All right.
All right, hi everybody, and welcome to our team call. I'm really excited tonight. Kristen and Hadley are going to run the show, and they are going to talk about the power of success partners. So I will let you guys go ahead and take it away.
All right, Hadley, do you want to start or do you want me to?
I am fine either way. I don't have a whole lot to say since
you go ahead and start.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I guess basically, Brooke mentioned a few times to me a couple months in as I got started this idea of a success partner, kind of finding someone who is at a similar point in the business and starting to work with them to compare ideas. And I don't know, there wasn't really an exact formula. It was just sort of this nebulous idea, and she suggested it, and I thought, oh, sure, that sounds good. I'll give it a try. And I kind of felt like I was online dating or something, because at some point, I think, Brooke, you gave me several of us a bunch of Facebook profiles of people from another team who you knew were maybe kind of on the market for a success partner too. And so I'm looking through these Facebook profiles, trying to get a feel for people. And it was totally outside of my comfort zone, but I just messaged this one girl who looked kind of interesting. And we started chatting, and I said, hey, I hear you might be looking for a success partner too. Don't really know exactly what it is or how it works, but have you heard of this? Are you interested? And we started chatting. She was really sweet. I can't remember exactly what team she was on, whose team she was on, but we had some good conversations, but I would say we didn't really click. Didn't really go anywhere. It was kind of forced. I don't know. I wasn't really sure where to go with it next. And so I have to admit, I kind of let things lag and fall off a little bit. And then Brooke brought it up again, and I don't remember exactly how it happened, but saw another Facebook profile for someone on Megan's team who was looking for a success partner. And she's a little bit further ahead than I am. I think she's a 1-star diamond. But I messaged her and I did the same thing. I just said, hey, I hear you're looking for a success partner and I'd love to chat. And she messaged me back 10 seconds later, and she was like, yes, yes, yes. So excited. And so we just started talking. And it was really informal, and neither of us really knew what we were doing. We were kind of laughing. We were like, I don't know. Do you really know what a success partner is? I don't know. We'll just make something up as we go and we'll figure it out. And I would say that we definitely clicked. So there was something to be said for kind of waiting until I found somebody who I could really sort of see a relationship with. Again, I feel like we talked about online dating, but it was great. So we actually decided to have a call, and we had our first call a little over a month ago, and we actually decided that we would set up a recurring call every second Thursday or something of the month. And we couldn't get off the phone with each other the first time we talked. And it was great because we just kind of talked about how we got started, where we were with the business, what we were doing, what was working for us and what wasn't working. And it was, I think, really valuable that we are on different teams. It's obviously great for all of us to work together, but I feel like when you kind of move outside of our team, you get a completely different perspective because, we sort of get in our little silo and do things one way. And then you start talking with somebody outside and realize they might do the same thing totally differently. And so many things kind of clicked. We're having this first call, and she was like, oh, I'm really struggling with challenge groups. I feel like my challenge groups suck, and I don't know how to fix them. And I was like, oh, that's my favorite part. I'm living for the challenge groups. Do you want a copy of my guide with all of the scripts I'm using? She was like, absolutely. And I was getting ready to launch my first 7-day clean eating group, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I couldn't find a meal plan that I really liked and felt comfortable with. And she was like, oh, well, let me show you the one that we've been using on my team. And it was perfect, just what I was looking for. And I thought I was going to be up until 4 a.m. that night trying to create my own. So many things just kind of clicked into place. And that probably won't always happen, but I think it's been fantastic so far. And what we're doing is we kind of keep an eye on each other's posts. She, without even asking, if I get crickets on a post, she'll jump in and start commenting, and I try and do the same for her. And she'll give me feedback on things and vice versa. And we've sort of been sharing ideas and bouncing things off of each other. And so it's been really nice. You know, she was kind of telling me about, she has sort of a long-term accountability group. And I know, Brooke, you have something like that too. And she calls it like Laura's Beachbody Lounge. And it's great. She's got a ton of people in there. And she does live workouts once a week. She kind of messages everybody, finds out like a day or comment, you know, posts something in the group, asks people if they want to do a live workout. She picks a different program every week, and does the Facebook Live feature and literally just like work out together at 5 a.m. It's great. So I've done that a few times to see sort of how she does it. I've added her to this little sneak peek for my June challenge group that's starting tomorrow, so she can kind of check it out. And you know, I shared that Jana video with her. So it's just nice to have sort of an outside perspective outside of our team. I think it's great to have partners inside our team to be working with and encouraging each other, but it's great to have that outside perspective. So like I said, you know, we just sort of started, we've had 2 calls together, but it's nice to have somebody else in your corner that you can kind of bounce ideas off of and compare notes and talk about what's working and isn't working. So I strongly suggest it. It's been really valuable so far. And I think we plan to just continue and keep, you know, she's going to be at Summit. So I'll be excited to get to meet her in person, and we're just going to kind of see where it goes. So that's really all I have. Kristen, I know you've been doing this for longer, so you probably, you know, you might have a little more concrete stuff to sort of back it up in what you have done with yours. But so far, so good.
No, I think that sounds a lot like what I have going on. Brooke, do you want to add anything or ask any questions to Hadley before I start?
I'll wait till the end.
Okay, perfect. So
Good job, Hadley.
What?
I said, good job, Hadley.
Yeah. And you look so pretty. I'm like,
That's what I said. She's trying to say she just worked out.
Oh, yeah, right. So I kind of had like a list of things to talk to you guys about. Before I had a success partner, and before I knew what a success partner was, I obviously was like, what the heck is a success partner? So for me, if I was to define it, I would say usually it's somebody within a different team than Goal Diggers or within our downline, somebody that you can get, like Hadley said, a different perspective from, because they can kind of offer you information or tidbits about what their team is doing and how things are going on their team. For me, it's really nice to have a success partner because I have so many mutual friends with everybody on the team. So like when I see my success partner doing something or she sees me doing something, a lot of times we're able to kind of take that and make it our own, or even just copy it even more closely than somebody else on the team, because we're not sharing these friends. And like, I just saw that on so-and-so's page. So that's really nice. But really, it's just somebody on a different team who is, to me, I feel like in a similar stage in the business, close in where you guys are in the business, so you can kind of push each other together. Usually, I think it would be probably best if they're in a similar stage of life. I don't think that that's necessary. But, you know, for me, both things, my success partner is Lindsay. She's on Megan Sayani's team. And we kind of fell into each other's laps. At the time, we were both Diamond coaches. We both had a 2-year-old son. We both had a newborn daughter. So it was like the stars all aligned. And Brooke had actually asked all of, I think, FitForce if anybody wanted to do a pregnancy call and how to be, you know, how to work your business and run your business while you were pregnant. And so we both signed up for it, and we just hit things off. I know when Hadley was like, it's like online dating. It really was. It was like we talked and how did we want to do this call? And so we started talking, and in creating our slides and telling our story about, you know, how we had gotten to Diamond while we were pregnant, we were like, oh my gosh, we have a lot in common. And I remember when she was like, so do you have a success partner? It was kind of like when a guy was like, do you want to go like be my girlfriend? She was like, so do you have a success partner? And I had kind of tried out a couple, and it just, you know, not like there was anything wrong with anybody that I had tried out. It just kind of didn't ever turn into anything. It kind of like petered out. And with Lindsay, it was like we would chat and we would be sending each other messages like one of my college girlfriends. And so it was just really nice to kind of have that open relationship. So we lucked out. We found each other that way, but I know that a lot of people are probably like, well, where the heck do I find a success partner? So what I would do is if you're looking for one, I would go to either TKO if you're in that page or in FitForce and post about yourself and be like, I'm looking for a success partner. I'm a current Emerald coach. I like long walks on the beach and spaghetti for two. No, I'm just kidding. But like, just kind of tell the people about yourself and ask if anyone's looking for a success partner, because I guarantee you there are people who are like you and at a similar stage in the business and would love to kind of get to know you a little bit more, rather than kind of saying, Brooke, I need a success partner, or Kristen, I need a success partner. Like, try and find them yourself, because I think if you put it out there, you're going to have more success than somebody else finding them for you. But what Lindsay and I do that works really well is we have like little mini challenges together. So we will one month we did like a 21-day fix no junk food challenge, and the loser had to buy the other one a $50 gift card. Well, I obviously lost that in like 3 days. But it was fun. And it was, I didn't tell Lindsay that I had lost. So at the end of 21 days, and she like kicked my butt, and, she had gone 21 days without eating her junk food. And so that was good. We also are at similar stages in our business. So when we hit diamond, we were already diamond when we met. I was 1 star and she was diamond, but either way, we both actually hit 2-star last week together on the same day, which was really cool because we had set this goal that we wanted to be 2-star by Summit. And so we, every time we would sign up a new coach, or every time somebody went Emerald or whatever it was, like, we really pushed each other to that goal. So I feel like for us to hit that together, and Lindsay, hit 1-star and 2-star since we've become success partners. So she really set the bar high and hit it. We shared workouts. What else do we do? I mean, we're like always texting. We send each other voice messages. She's like, oh, my little gal pal. And we're just constantly like going back and forth, and we share things, like I said, on our timelines. So my friends don't see things that she shared because we don't have common friends. What else? Oh, I thought of Brooke and I were talking, brainstorming. Another good place to find somebody would be like a Super Saturday group for the region, or Summit groups. I think somebody actually met their success partner at Summit last year, or at its.
Megan Saini did.
Yeah, there you go. I knew somebody. So,
Yeah.
You kind of just have to put yourself out there and let people know that you're looking. And I would even mention maybe some of your goals. But you can get on team calls together. Lindsay and I have done team calls. She was going to get on this call, but she was hosting her own tonight. What else? I mean, it's just really nice to have somebody that you don't see in your timeline all the time. You don't see on the team page, and just to get that new perspective of like, oh, cool. I'm not the only one going through this. We're not the only team that, does things this way. It's just a nice reassurance that things are right. And it's really cool to have a friend on another team who we're competitive with each other, but we're genuinely happy. So like, had I not gone 2-star last week and Lindsay did, I genuinely would have been happy for her in that progress of her business, because, we have the same goals, we're working towards the same things. And when she does something, I feel like we're doing it together. So we really are like a little mini team. So it's pretty cool. Did I hit everything? I feel like.
What about how you guys like run groups together?
Yeah, so we don't always run them together, but we'll share our content. So you guys know it's hard to come up with things for like free challenge groups or for 21 days of challenge groups. So we'll share those things. Or if she has an idea about, raising volume or success club points at the end of the month because the girl is on fire, I'm able to get those, and we share, content, pictures, and things like that.
Cool. What about, let's see. So you mentioned where to find people. If any of you are not in those bigger groups, let us know if you want to be added. I'll warn you that your notifications are going to go bonkers, but you're welcome to be in them. FitForce, I think, is upwards of 3,000-4,000 people, and TKO is like 30. So you'll definitely get a lot of notifications, but you're welcome to go in there. And people post in there all the time. They just kind of say like a biography, like, hi, I'm Mandy. I'm looking for a success partner. I'm currently pushing really hard for Diamond. I'm a teacher. I'm getting married. And you find somebody that's kind of like you that is really going to push you. I think that's what's important. And I don't have one, so it's hard for me to talk about because I kind of just work with people, I guess. but I think Kristen has really, taken it and run with it and really enjoys it. And her and Lindsay really do challenge each other. So I think it's a great thing to have. And I know Heather was on here. She's gone. But Heather and Susie are also kind of Success Partners, Push Partners, Success Club challengers. And the two of them get Success Club $1 million every month because they're kind of like pushing each other to really get that. So I think it's really important to find the right match. And like Hadley said, it is kind of like dating. You gotta meet a couple frogs before you find your prince. But once you find the right one, I think, it can really work out well. And I know a lot of the top coaches really swear by their success partner. And I can say, sometimes I really wish I did, because it would be nice to talk to somebody that, understands where you're at and what you're going through and different things going on, that aren't necessarily someone on your team that you don't want to like vent to. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. Does anybody else have success partner stories? I don't know if anybody else on here has one. Claire, do you have one?
Sorry, I'm on mute. Just not that long ago, Julie Powers, but she seemed like way further advanced than where I was. So I kind of felt like she was my success. Like she was my success partner and I was maybe her success. Like she's more like my mentor and I was more like her, because she would say, oh, and then I don't know. I just kind of felt like I didn't have a lot to offer her because she seemed to be more established.
Okay, well, so Julie Powers is on our team, so then maybe, it was probably like you had the same ideas, the same, they were both of you are on Gold Digger, so you're both like flowing from the same information. But Julie Powers isn't way further ahead than where you're at. I mean, that's definitely something that you could step into, and, she does have a good thing going on, but so do you. So I think, if it fits, it fits.
Yeah, it was,
have multiple, and you can just keep going until you find the right one that you click with.
I clicked with her. I just kind of felt like I didn't have as much, maybe like she might have felt like I wasn't as much a success partner for her.
Well, I can speak to that, Claire, because I know when Lindsay and I started together, like I said, I was 1 star and she was a diamond. And this girl was like coming to me with things that I had never thought of before. And I never, because I was ranked, a little bit higher than her, I never thought of her as like me being superior to her. And I mean, like I think the most important thing, not necessarily is rank, but like that connection and that understanding of where you are in life and, why things are working for you in the business, so that you can kind of grow off of each other. And maybe I shouldn't have even like said rank in it, but I think it's more, the struggles and the successes that you're having in life and the business combined.
And your goals. I think a lot of it is your goals too. If you want to build a big, huge business, so does Julie. Maybe that's something to work off of. Like Megan and I work a lot together, and she is probably now, but she wasn't, ranked as high as I was at the end of last year. But I honestly go to her with questions about everything, because the girl knows the business, and she comes to me with ideas all the time, and is like, "This is what I'm doing on my team. What do you think about this?"
Okay.
And I send her every single one of my posts for approval before I post it. So, yeah, I mean, I think that you can make it whatever you want it to be. I know a lot of the top coaches, definitely, they're texting constantly. They're friends too. They care about what's going on in that person's life. So you definitely want it to be somebody that you kind of relate to, that you have some things in common with. It kind of is like trying to find your soulmate. A little bit. Who else? Heather, do you want to say anything about you and Suze?
I've got really bad lighting in here. Sorry, guys.
Very romantic.
Yeah, Susie and I, we like bounce our posts off of each other like we did tonight, our Transformation Tuesday posts. Before we even post them, she'll send me the picture, and then she'll be like, okay, now I got to get words. And then, we help each other get an idea, and then we approve each other's posts, and we talk every day, like probably all day long every day. And, we just click, and we're on the same team, but, we just are like-minded And
If that works for you, that works for you. I know Lauren, our upline, hooked a lot of her coaches up together as well. So I know a lot of them are success partners with each other. So really it's whatever works for you. And then what you can also do with your success partner, because as your teams grow, I mean, they're not going to be huge right now. So if you want like a push to diamond group, but you don't want it to be like all of Gold Diggers or all of Fit Force or, with 100 people in it, then you can run your own and you can run it with your success partner so that you have a smaller group that you guys can be focused on, but you have someone else to help with the leadership aspect, which is always great and to get better ideas also. Anyone else have any questions or comments about success partners?
Mandy has a success partner.
Who does?
Mandy.
Oh, who's that?
Viv Blamey. I don't know.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Kristen and Susie hooked us up, and it was
blind date.
and it was exactly like online dating. It was like, here, I'm going to introduce you, and now I want you to message them. And but it's been good. We talk at least once a week, if not more. Last week we were both kind of feeling in the dumps, so we set a goal, and unfortunately we didn't meet the goal, but it definitely pushed us to make sure we were getting it done every day. And that's kind of our goal, was to hit Success Club 2 on Sunday, and then we talked Sunday. And when we hadn't hit it, we both agreed we had good conversations going, and we had definitely pushed ourselves a lot farther than I think we would have without the goal. So it's been good for both of us. We talk every day, and kind of same thing. We share posts and how we're feeling and our struggles and our what's working, what's not working. So it's nice to have somebody different, like you said, that is not that you talk to all the time. Yeah.
And talking about posts, another great activity to do with your success partner is have them scroll your newsfeed and like check it over and see what they see. Because in like 2 scrolls of your mouse, every person that comes to your page should know that you're open for business. There's something for them to do there. There's a solution for whatever their problem is. You're running a challenge group that they can be a part of, and that you're being a product of the product. So that's, and it's always good to have another set of eyes on your post, because like tonight, I was like, Eric, I need you to go through my Facebook because I wasn't getting the traction that I really wanted. And he gave me some great advice, and it's hard to hear, but it's for the best. So I think it's good to, if you could just swallow your pride for a minute and listen to it, then it's always good to hear what, other people are seeing from the outside, so that, it's not too salesy, or it's not all workouts, or it's not whatever. But that's a good idea too. I know Bonnie and her success partner do that.
I think it's good to also add that like extra piece of accountability too,
Mm-hmm.
because we're all accountable to ourselves. But if we have somebody else and we're saying, like Mandy, like you guys said, you're going to hit Success Club 2 by Sunday. And I know Heather and Susie are always Success Club 50 by tomorrow. And somehow they always hit it. But like, it helps you to stay accountable, because you don't want to be the one that's like, well, I didn't invite 5 people today when you did, especially if you're climbing for those goals together.
Right. Yep. No, I think that's great. Does anybody have any questions about success partners? Anybody that doesn't have one want to find one? It's not mandatory. It's just, another person. And I'm happy to help, but like Kristen said, it's probably easier for you to do it, because I don't want to interview your boyfriend for you. You know what I mean? But I can get you in the groups or get you the resources to try and find one. Cool. Well, that was good. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Anything at all? No? Yes? No? Everybody knows the qualifications for the summit party. Everybody knows everything. Chris, are you coming? Nashville won't be the same without you.
I thought I could, but my son is going to be home and doing something at the Capitol. So he's getting inducted into something, so I can't miss that.
Oh,
I really tried to work it, because it's totally fun.
I know. I was telling my mom how much fun you are. You're just like my aunt.
It could be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anybody else have any questions about anything? Success Club going okay? Your challenge group's going okay? Did everybody watch that video by Jatana Jackson? Is anybody trying that?
I'm trying it now.
How's it going?
It's going well, except that Buffer completely screwed me over today. I don't know what happened. Somehow the time zone, I don't know, but it messed up all my posts. It posted all of my posts. I had got everything set up last night, checked it was perfect, and everything posted like for today over a 1 hour period. And I just noticed that it posted tomorrow morning's post like an hour ago. So I gotta like figure out what's going on.
It kind of
Yeah,
makes
make
sense.
sure you set the time zone.
And I had changed it, and it even showed the right time zone. So I don't know. But anyways, other than that, it's going well. I got a bunch of people who I've never talked to about anything Beachbody related. So that was kind of refreshing because it wasn't like me messaging the heck out of people. It was like somebody brand new just coming and adding themselves to the group. I have about 17 people in there, including my success partner, and Courtney from our team, who's trying this, I think, starting tomorrow too. But everybody else is, people I've been talking to for a while who were kind of on the fence. And so it was a chance to say, hey, do you want to check this out? This will give you some more information, maybe help you make a more informed decision.
Right.
And so it was a combination, new people who like messaged me because they saw it and said, hey, can I join? So we'll see. I mean, I'm hopeful that I'm still kind of figuring it out. I've got posts for today and tomorrow, and then Thursday I still have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do.
That's a really good turnout, though.
Yeah. So I think if anything, it's like kind of saves me having individual messages with those 17 people where I'm going back and forth covering all of this same information over the course of the next 2 weeks. So
very cool.
So I'll keep you posted.
Definitely. Does anybody else have anything?
I'm quiet tonight.
It is quiet tonight.
I'm so.
Oh, do you mean to be on mute? I heard you.
Yeah, it's quiet tonight. I don't know,
Why
but
don't you
I'm
speak up then?
just exhausted. That's all. I'm just like I'm counting down the days. I teach kindergarten.
I know. When are you
We
done?
had our program today, and we are just like 2.5 days left.
Oh, that's it. You're almost done. Wow.
So
Good
yeah,
for you. Summertime.
yeah. So I've been a little kind of preoccupied beginning of the month. So I'm hoping like I'm really gonna on Monday be able to hit it hard.
Get down to business. Great. All right. Well, does anybody have anything? Questions about anything? Anything at all? Now's your chance. All right, guys. So our next team call is going to be with Keyshawn Graves. She's actually the Southeast region mentor. So she's going to get on, and she's from corporate. So it's going to be awesome. And she is a ball of energy, totally awesome. So you're going to get off that call more pumped up than you've ever been. So be prepared. Clear your schedule that night. But let's make sure we all come out for that because she's really, really great. So have a good night and go hit Success Club.
Hey,
Bye.
thanks.